Welcome back. As this pandemic school year continues, taking its toll on students, teachers, and parents, a new survey is reporting alarming increases in stress among principals across the province. So what challenges are administrators facing this year? For more, Blaine Dougal joins me now, president of the Catholic Principals Council of Ontario. Good morning to you, Blaine.
Good morning, Millie. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining. And I'm just from personal experience, and I can say the principal of our school is phenomenal, and we are constantly getting updates. But I have no doubt for them being sort of the go-between between public health and the parents, teachers, the students, that's got to take its toll for sure to be on top of everything.
Correct. And, you know, there's so much change that is happening at our schools this year. And of course, everything lands on the desk of the principal. So it's really important that principals need to stay on top of all the changes and all the new protocols, all the new suggestions that are coming out from the public health units. One of the things, though, that is concerning, I think, for most principals around the province and is getting that stress level up to a really high point is the issue of coverage. I mean, imagine if you were to go to work every single day, and one of the first things that principals are concerned with is the fact whether or not they're going to have enough staff to run their day. So whether, you know, if a staff member is ill, is there coverage for that individual teacher or EA or ECE? And if not, then it becomes the principal's job all of a sudden to figure out, okay, how are we going to cover that class? The principal can certainly go in and cover that class. However, the next issue will become what happens if a student has to be sent down to the isolation room, and who's going to monitor that student until their parents come and pick them up. So lots of issues that go on throughout the day. And I know in speaking with hundreds of principals across the province over the last several months, they are working tirelessly to make sure that their schools are safe, their staff are safe, including themselves. And I've encouraged them to make sure that they continue to keep mind of their own mental health and wellness.
The survey itself, done by People for Education, and we can bring up that graphic to just give our viewers an understanding of what this survey entails. 57% of virtual principals, 49% of in-person principals are really just having difficulty managing stress. And so in this conversation, just briefly with you, that doesn't surprise you, but do you see the opportunities or the resources that are available to them to help them through this? Because we don't typically hear about the principals, right? We hear about the teachers and the students, but principals who have to oversee all of it, that's a lot of weight to bear.
It is. And I think if we go back several months, many of our principals have been working tirelessly since January 2020, and they worked through job action and, of course, the school closures. And then we get to the summer, and I know for a fact there were so many principals that were in and out of their schools, planning, taping hallways, getting schedules organized, repurposing classrooms. They were doing all kinds of things. And of course, at the beginning of the year, there were so many changes that took place. Schools had to be reorganized, classrooms had to be rejigged. All those things take time. And of course, there's an added feature to that when principals have to contact parents with regards to those kinds of significant changes. That puts an undue added stress and pressure on that conversation, because many times, certain individuals are open to that last minute change. However, principals are working tirelessly. I can tell you that they are concerned about the safety of their students and the safety of their staff as primary keys to running their schools this year.
Before we go, Blaine, you are wearing a pink shirt. It's difficult to tell in this shot here, but it is Pink Shirt Day, and the idea of bullying, and it's a difficult one. It's a different conversation this year as well, because a lot of kids are going online, and then the virtual bullying is happening as well. If you want to leave a message for our viewers on this Pink Shirt Day, what would you like to say?
Well, I think just consider talking to your son or daughter about the bullying awareness piece. Treating each other with compassion, be kind to your neighbor, and if you see something, tell somebody.
Blaine, thank you so much, and shout out to all of our principals, administrators, teachers, support staff, everyone who continues to get this going in a very, very unique year. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Melanie.
All right, time now is 6:23. Coming up next, the idea of vaccine passports. You've heard about it, right? A hot button issue. Coming up next, why one country in Europe is taking a hard line on the matter and urging others to follow suit.